our economy does better when we have a Democrat in the White House. That is just a fact. And, you don't have to ask him to go back to ancient history. Ask him just to go back 35 years. We've had 5 presidents, 3 Republicans and 2 Democrats. I happen to know both of the Democrats. And I know they both inherited economic problems from their Republican predecessors. In my husband's case, it was a recession, and the fact that the national debt of our country had been quadrupled in the prior 12 years. Shortly after the '92 election, he said, it's so much worse than they told us. And then somebody asked him, so what did you uniquely bring to Washington? And he thought for a minute, he goes, arithmetic. Get back to the facts, get back to the evidence. And after 8 years, we had 23 million new jobs. Incomes went up for everybody. And we lifted more people out of poverty than at any time in recent history, and ended up with a balanced budget and a surplus. Now, that is a convenient set of facts for Republicans to ignore. But I want you to know them because we have a case to make. And we're going to make it together. And the facts are that when you have a Democrat in the White House, unemployment is historically lower, incomes are higher, and you are 4 times more likely to have a recession with a Republican in the White House. Now, we know that happened. Shortly after the '08 election, President-elect Obama called me, asked me to come to Chicago. I didn't know why. It turned out he wanted me to be Secretary of State, but before we started talking about that, he said to me, it is so much worse than they told us. I said, Mr. President-elect, I've heard that before. But this time, it was really bad. Let us not forget, and let us not let our Republican friends forget. Because when President George W. Bush came into office, they went right back to the failed policies of trickle-down economics. Slash taxes on the wealthy, get out of the way of corporations, take your eyes off the financial markets and the mortgage markets, ending us up into the worst financial crisis since the Great Depression. 800,000 people a month were losing their jobs. 9 million Americans ended up losing their jobs. 5 million homes lost. $13 trillion in family wealth wiped out. Homes, 401ks, IRAs, college funds. I don't think President Obama gets the credit he deserves for helping us dig ourselves out of that ditch.